When I was in college, I picked up Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. I've got the receipt right here, though it's barely legible now. It's from Borders, dated February 11, 2007. Reading Meditations for the first time was incredibly moving. Imagine being 18 or 19 and encountering some of the greatest wisdom in history. It hits you like a ton of bricks. Thanks so much for supporting Stoicism Serenity. Your likes, subscriptions, and comments mean a lot and help us keep our videos high quality and ad-free. You can also follow us on social media. We're at Stoicism Serenity on almost every platform. Your support is greatly appreciated. One passage that struck me deeply was one I even typed up and put on the wall of my college apartment, right next to my bed. It's from Book 5. Marcus Aurelius writes, "At dawn, when you struggle to get out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain about if I'm going to do what I was born to do? What I was brought into the world to do? Or was I created to huddle under the blankets and stay warm?" He then has a little conversation with himself. But it's nicer here. He says, "I think anyone who's ever not wanted to get out of bed can relate to this." He responds, "So you were born to feel nice instead of doing things and experiencing them? You see plants, birds, ants, spiders, and bees going about their tasks, putting the world in order as best they can, and you're not willing to do your job as a human being. Why aren't you running to do what your nature demands?" He acknowledges we need sleep sometimes but points out that nature set limits on that, just like eating and drinking, and says, "You're over the limit. You've had more than enough of that, but not of working. There, you're still below your quota." The part that really hit home for me, a kid who didn't want to go to school and was struggling to figure out my path in life, was when he said, "You don't love yourself enough, or you love your nature too and what it demands of you." People who love what they do wear themselves down doing it. They forget to wash and eat. Do you have less respect for your own nature than the engraver does for engraving, the dancer for dancing, the miser for money, or the social climber for status? When they are truly possessed by what they do, they'd rather stop eating and sleeping than give up practicing their arts. I even highlighted it in my other copy, writing FUCK, because it was exactly what I needed to hear. It's probably exactly what you need to hear, too. Every young person needs to hear this. Get up, get to work, and get going. You have no idea how long you'll be here. If you really love what you do, you'd wear yourself down doing it. There's also a profound message at the end of the book about having stillness, awareness, and leading a real life, which contributes to a happier death. You come to terms with the fact that you lived your life fully. I want to slide sideways into the end. Stick the landing. We don't like to think about the fact that our story has an end. It's unpleasant and feels morbid, so we often ignore death's reality. But many philosophical schools actively meditated on mortality, seeing it as an insightful practice. I carry a coin in my pocket that says Memento Mori. It depicts the three themes of life: an hourglass for time, a skull for death, and a flower for life. The back has a quote from Marcus Aurelius: "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." I meditate on death not to be morbid or depressed, but to remind myself that this really does matter. This could be my last conversation, the last time I see my kids, my last day. What do I want it to mean? It helps me remember how precious time is and to focus on what I'm doing with it. It pulls me into the present and fosters gratitude. Seneca, another Stoic, said that when you balance the books of life each day and realize you've lived fully, waking up feels like a bonus. This mindset is freeing and helps prioritize what's important. If today is a bonus day, even sitting in traffic isn't a waste, it's just what you're doing today. To me, that's what stillness is. Amen. Subscribe to my channel for more interesting and helpful content, or visit my Facebook page linked in the description.